How the hell are ya? Whoa, the camera's really close.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because we didn't have to go so far away because we're all very squished in right
Oh,
now.
yeah, because someone's not here this week.
Because we committed murder.
Murder.
Much like we did to you last week.
I survived the attempted murder last week. I resurfaced. You guys were not successful in killing me. Sorry to report.
You know, we put Nikki aboard the Susan.
Yeah.
And sank it.
Susan
2.
The Suzanne.
The Suzanne
week.
2.
It was the Suzanne.
The Suzanne 2.
So we sunk the Nikki.
We sunk the Nikki.
Turns out the Joe did not sink.
It did not.
So, but here we are in kind of like cozy mode.
Yeah.
I'm still in my work clothes.
I'm straight up cozy mode
I'm
right
in my
now.
pajamas, blanket on. I am frigid.
I'm shocked.
I know. I'm usually like sweating. I don't know what's going on last night and this morning and all day I've had a chill.
Are you a hot... Oh, I was going to say a hot
Hot
flash.
flash. She's going through menopause.
I could be. I don't know.
She's menopause.
Actually, do we want to start with that?
Yeah, it might be.
She can't be going through menopause because
We're all questionably pregnant.
Congrats.
yeah. Want to elaborate on that?
Well, just last week, I'm really not a big snacker, or like I have a sweet tooth, but I purposely try not to like get things or like feed into my sweet tooth.
Yeah.
And last week, there was something about myself, and I just could like physically not stop eating sweets.
That's like me this week. Like I have been eating like a garbage can, and I am not like that. It's literally I can't control it. Like I was sitting at my desk all week thinking about very specific types of food that I have either not eaten, which is really scary, or haven't eaten in like years. And this is really weird. Every time I have cheese, I want chocolate.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. That's an odd one.
You went last week. I was like, I'm aware I'm not pregnant, but I was like, if I wasn't aware, I think I was pregnant.
Yeah, a lot of things happen to my body that I'm like,
Wasn't even on my period. I'd like to preface this.
Same. I mean, the last like week and into this week, like I have been so snacky. And like I've been trying to do like healthy snacks. Like I've eaten my carrots and my cucumbers.
how many times can I have carrots and hummus?
Yeah, but it's like
How many times?
today I saw Doritos and I almost like if I didn't stop myself I would have ate the entire bag.
Mouth salivating just at the word Doritos.
Yeah, it was like I've had the weirdest cravings. I've been craving tomatoes for the last week and a half, and I've had
like a little bit of salt.
I've had tomatoes every single day for the past 2 weeks.
You
I don't
even
like tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, today at work someone brought up pizza and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I haven't had pizza in forever.
Yeah.
Did you have pizza?
No.
Oh.
I brought my own lunch. As I do every day. Like a sad person.
I've been drinking pickle juice.
I love drinking pickle juice.
Oh my god. I get into phases sometimes, like me. I get into toast phases a lot. Where like I forget toast exists.
Every fall without a doubt, I go to a buttered toast phase.
Buttered
I get it.
toast.
I get it.
And
Buttered toast hits.
And the butter has to be
melted.
Yeah. No, cold. No, it has to be salted butter with olive oil. So good. If I like died and they did an autopsy, they just find me full of toast.
Oh my god, I haven't had toast in forever.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I'm entering my toast phase.
Oh wait,
Early.
when we go home this weekend, we're gonna have toast the entire weekend.
Perfect.
And I'm gonna get to have pizza this weekend.
Yes,
It's gonna be awesome.
Pizza and toast and everything.
We're
But
gonna
yeah,
eat all the garbage food.
I feel okay. So I was gonna say adjacent to my toast era, I've re-entered my Eggo waffle era. And guys, this is weird. I've been told this is weird. I like to eat them frozen. And it's only at very specific times. I think it's when I'm under stress.
Have you seen the Tyler, the Creator Eggo waffle recipe?
No.
Okay, so you take the frozen waffle out and you slather it in butter. As much butter as you could possibly get on that thing.
Cooked.
And then you put it on the stove and you cook it until it gets like buttery and crispy.
See, I would just eat it.
And then you put like a little cinnamon sugar on top and some
That's where you lose
syrup.
me. I need it salty.
Definitely not pregnant, but we might be.
Huge news, the three of us are having children.
No, like, even if you know you're not, sometimes, like, you're, like, especially as a woman, like, your body does stuff, and you're like, if I had just had sex, I'd really be questioning myself right now.
Yeah,
if I was within the time frame, I was like,
definitely
damn,
pregnant.
unless I'm like, I didn't know I was pregnant.
That's scary. But still, you would, like, kind of know because you've had sex within that time frame.
Yeah.
Or even after I took the Plan B, I was like, I haven't gotten my period yet. Like,
yeah, it's scary.
I was like, I took a Plan B. Where is this fucker?
It's weird too. Like, I was on birth control for a good amount of time, probably like 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. And when you get off birth control and your cycle is even slightly irregular, mm-hmm. it's terrifying. Not knowing the exact day mm-hmm. I'm going to get my period, scary.
Insane. I got off birth control and I feel like it was really like I knew
it was really regulating me. I down to the day.
No, once I got off of control. It, like, it was still regular. Like, it was on track. And then, like, after, like, 6 months, like, it started getting irregular. And it was, like, a week off, a few days off, like, blah, blah, blah. And so now I've finally gotten it back on track.
No.
Like, to where I know what days I'm getting it. But I was like, what in the fuck is going on?
Mine's, like, slightly irregular. But it's got, when I got off birth control, it was really all over the place. Now it's kind of back to normal, but when I'm stressed, which is all the time now, it goes like slightly irregular. So I don't know, but it was just so nice knowing. Mm-hmm. It was so nice knowing. It made me crazy though. So
yeah, I got really depresso.
It made it so much worse. So that's the trade-off I made.
Yeah, I remember one Christmas Eve, like it was the first Christmas Eve after I had just gotten on it, and I sobbed for 45 minutes because I couldn't find an ugly sweater to wear.
Yes, it really does that to you.
And my mom was like, what is wrong with you?
It really does that to you.
Know. And I cried all my makeup off. I had to take it all. My mom was like, everyone is downstairs. I do not have time for this.
There was one night I got really annoyed. I couldn't get comfortable, and I was like trying to pull my sheets up, and I accidentally slapped myself in the face. I cried for like 2 hours. I cried myself to sleep because of that. It was tough.
I love my birth control.
No, I loved being on birth control. I just like...
I feel like it hasn't done anything to me, which I know that people say you have to just find the right one.
It didn't do that to me.
So I guess I just got kind of lucky right off the bat.
It didn't do that to me until a few years in, actually. I got really lucky. I was started on one birth control, and...
Is it Junolfe?
No, it was Lutera. Mm. And actually, FIT, Res Life, prescribed it to me. And crazy. And other than maybe gaining like 5 pounds because it's hormones, like I didn't really have any other symptoms. And then like 2.5 years in, I went crazy. I went so crazy. And I had broken up with my boyfriend and whatever. So I went, okay, you know what? Let me get off it and see if this is the culprit. Or if it was really just like a crazy time in my life. Because it was also quarantine and whatever. I don't know when the switch happened. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't notice it getting worse.
I didn't notice when my mental health started to get worse. Probably because I was constantly being put in situations that would make it worse anyway. Mm-hmm. But I think maybe it just amplified it.
Yeah.
I think it was just amplifying whatever was already like my natural reaction to things. Mm-hmm. And I just thought that I was in my adulthood becoming very naturally like a expressive, dramatic person. A very expressive person. So, but I loved being on it. It was convenient. Once I broke up with my boyfriend, I was like, eh.
Yeah, but also like for at least for me, my insurance like didn't really cover it. So
I paid.
Mine was $100 for 6 months.
No, I paid $0, and then when they stopped,
why didn't you just find a new prescription?
Because you don't want to. You hear horror stories with some people that like. I had a roommate my freshman year at FIT. She went on birth control, and she went through like 4 different ones. Every single one, she was dry heaving in the bathroom every night.
Well, like, the only reason I'm on mine is because it's $0. Why would your doctor prescribe you one that cost you $100?
I don't know. And then I was talking to her.
That's crazy.
After I got off it, because I couldn't get an appointment, and they wouldn't, like, without an appointment. So I was off it for like 6 months before I went in. And I was like, yeah, like, my mental health is really, like, I was like crying a lot. Like, I was really like, I didn't know what was wrong with me. And then I couldn't take it. I stopped taking it. And I'm like, I feel great now. And she was like, oh yeah, the one that you're on, like, a lot of people like say that those are the side effects. Like, there. And I was like, why didn't no one tell me that when I got put on it? Why would you give that to me then?
It's probably in that huge packet that you don't read, and you just throw it away.
No, they did tell me at Res Life. I was like, I don't care. I want to have sex.
I would like to have sex, please.
And guess what? It was worth it. It was worth it. I mean, that's what it is, right? It's if you're not using it for like regulating your cycle, which it also did for me. It was very functional for me. But it was more of like, I just kind of thought one day, I was like, what would happen if I just didn't take this? I wasn't having sex. I was like, what would happen if I just didn't take this? And then things started to get a little bit better, and I was like,
yeah.
I was like a broke college student. I was paying maybe like $20 a packet for it, so it didn't really matter. But at that point, I was like, extra $20 in my pocket every month? Sure.
Cha-ching.
So,
well, now that we've lost the boys,
I don't know. Sometimes I think about getting back on it because of the just for the convenience of knowing when your period is alone. Sometimes I think like,
I also like having the option to skip my period if I don't want it.
Yes, I like that.
Well. That's the only thing I miss.
Sometimes I think like maybe I was just at a really crazy point in my life where like, since I was going through a lot of stress, would it make a difference if I started it like later in adulthood? I know that one like I didn't have any like physical side effects. I don't know. Sometimes I think about it. But right now, I'm chilling.
Chilling like a villain.
Yeah. Anyway, how'd we get here?
I have no clue.
Oh, pregnant.
Yes.
I was like, that wasn't even on the docket.
It wasn't on the docket, but I'm kind of glad we got into it.
Yeah. So, hello to all the ladies still listening. I know we've lost all the men.
Do we want to get into the pipeline while we're on the topic of physical intimacy?
We've all been there. You know it.
Yeah.
You have some fun with someone.
Sucking and
one
fucking.
night. Not even. This isn't even sucking and fucking. You're just
sucking
faces. You're just making out with someone, whether it be, in your bedroom, at a club, in a car, on the couch, whatever. Like clockwork, 2 weeks later, you come down with the Makeout Cooties, is what we're calling it.
Yeah.
You get like the worst cold of your life. It lasts a few days, and you're like, how did this even come on? I don't know anyone that's sick.
How did we end up here? Yeah.
That's how. And if you don't get the Makeout Cooties, you know what you're getting? A yeast infection.
A UTI yeast infection.
Anytime I haven't gotten the Makeout Cooties, I've gotten a yeast infection.
Okay, the last 2 times I haven't gotten the Makeout Cooties, nor have I gotten a yeast infection, so I don't know what mega illness is going to slap me in the face.
What's worse than the Makeout Cooties?
I don't know what's going to happen to me. Maybe I'll just explode one day. Because not even the last time, but the last 2 times. And usually I get like 4 colds a year. Like, I'm usually always getting sick, so I'm very scared for myself right now. But I actually have a funny story. It's not my story to tell, so I won't be naming names. But I had a friend who, when she started dating her boyfriend, kept getting yeast infections. And listen, like, it's pretty normal for girls when they're having a lot of sex to either get a UTI or yeast infection. It's pretty normal. But she kept telling me, she was like, I keep getting these really, really, really bad yeast infections. And I'm like, are you having sex? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, no shade to your boyfriend. No disrespect. Are you guys exclusive? Because, no, really, because...
You guys exclusive?
Because she had been someone...
Aloe vera.
We'll get into that later. I said the words aloe vera the other
aloe
day.
Vera?
And they keep making fun of me.
Aloe vera?
Aloe vera?
Do you guys have aloe vera?
Okay. Okay. But she had been like very casually dating people before him. So we knew it just wasn't because she was like routinely having sex. Like, I don't know. I've never gotten a yeast infection or UTI from having sex, but I know it's very, very common.
Lucky you.
Yeah. I do feel very fortunate and very blessed.
It sucks when
I know.
For a week you have neon orange pee.
I know. And that's what I've heard. And I'm very scared for when it will happen because I know it's a fact of life for women. But I said, okay, well, it must be him, right? Like, not to be this person. I don't want to, like, be the little dark cloud, like, taking up your sunny sky. And she was like, I don't know, go to the gyno and see. Goes to the gyno. And the gyno is so brutally honest with her. Her gyno said, I'll be straight up with you. You don't have any STIs or STDs, so he's not cheating on you. But your body's bacteria does not like his body's bacteria. You guys, like, biologically...
Not compatible?
Like, your bacteria is not meshing with each other. And I went, so you're going to break up with him? And she went, absolutely not.
Are they still together?
Yes. So sorry if you're listening, Queen. But I don't know. Like, they hadn't been dating that long at that point. And I'm someone who gets very, like, attached to, like, my boyfriends, like, if I date someone. So
I'd hope.
No, but you know what I mean. But that was, like, a deal breaker for me. The second I heard it, I was like, so you're breaking up with him, right? And she was like, no. And I was like, you're just going to keep getting yeast infections?
If I had to take, like, a chunk out of my monthly income to, like, for Monistat, I'd have to break up with someone. It would put me in debt.
It'd put you in debt, but also, like, you're not, like, physically comfortable.
Yeah. Also, when you're
it's an
like
infection.
Have the yeast infection, and if you're doing Monistat, you're not supposed to have sex for like the week you're on Monistat.
Yeah.
So if you're continuously having a yeast infection, besides your period week, you have a Monistat week.
Yeah, and like that's what we were saying, like it must be like biologically you're just not meant to be with some people, and that's why like if I think you were saying, Taylor, like after like a gym session, if you think when someone's sweaty that they smell like so incredibly disgusting, biologically you're probably not compatible because
you should be like, you smell good, but in like a gross way.
Yeah, but in like a gross way, like the pheromones.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want to jump their bones when they're hot and sweaty.
What's up with you saying jump their bones?
Jump their bones.
I don't know.
You've never said that phrase before.
You go absolutely feral.
I don't know. Why have I been saying that recently?
You're turning into YN.
Episode.
It might be in my book.
Maybe. But I mean, like...
It might be in the book I'm reading.
I think there's, like, so much merit to that, though. Like, if you aren't biologically compatible, not to be a bitch, but what are you doing together?
But what's the point? Because then...
What's the point?
Also, I think I saw it on a TikTok, and someone said, like, when people think like that, they usually end up getting divorced.
Yeah.
Because long term, it just stops working out because they start disgusting you.
Well, does a yeast infection hurt? Like, I've never
It's just really itchy.
Like,
it's an infection.
Like, a UTI, like, it feels like knives are stabbing you when you piss. Like...
Well, you can die... Like, if you don't get that taken care of, it can spread, right?
Yeah.
And, like, anything, if it spreads, you know...
You can get a kidney infection.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like... But I would not deal with that. Like, if I had gotten 4 UTIs in a month, that's 1 a week.
That's crazy. And I was going to say, too, the flip side, though, of being biologically compatible with someone is that if they're the worst person ever, but you're insanely attracted to them...
Go
off, I guess. But how crazy is that? Like, wait, should I tell my story?
Yeah.
It's more like not embarrassing, but more embarrassing for him. What was it? We had just finished
Jumping Bones.
Jumping
Bones. And if you're a girl, you pee after Jumping Bones, right? Like you're supposed to avoid getting a UTI. Maybe that's why I've never gotten a UTI, because I've like been very strict about peeing after that. As you should, because sexual health and sexual wellness matters. And this guy, I was laying down, and I went, hey, could you move? So I need to go pee. And he went, no. Let me lay on top of you. I want to bond. Like, our pheromones, they're supposed to mix now. And I was like, what are you talking about, you freak? Get off me.
Winnie just wanted some honey.
Winnie, it was his 102nd birthday the other day. Did you see that? Trendmooter Popgrave posted.
Like 102 and you're still going like balls out.
Yeah, it was Winnie the Pooh's like 102nd birthday the other day. Well, but yeah, I had like, I knew about pheromones and stuff, but I had never in my life had anyone ever said that to me. I was like, you're a freak.
You're crazy.
You're a little freak.
It was funny. It was fun. It was funny, but I did go ahead with swift elbow to the torso. Yeah. Like, get off me.
A quick nut punch and leave.
Yeah, but it's crazy how Makeout Cooties, like everyone, it's a human experience. Everyone has experienced the Makeout Cooties, and yet it doesn't have a name. Why are we just now coining it today on Wednesday, August 23rd at 7:56 p.m. the Makeout Cooties? I can't wait to say it.
I had the worst Makeout Cooties New Year's 2023. Do you remember that?
Going into 2023?
Yes.
You were sick this New Year's?
After New Year's, I was.
Ooh.
Do you remember that?
Yes, because that was when you were all armpit soup.
Oh, yeah.
You all got sick.
Me and Nikki got really, really sick, like sicker than I was when I had COVID, and we had to drag each other to urgent care.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the most severe case of Makeout Cooties I've ever had in my life. They literally said, you don't have strep, you don't have COVID, we don't know what you have, but it's a really bad virus.
Makeout Cooties.
The worst case of Makeout Cooties I got was COVID. I did get COVID from the Makeout Cooties because it was SantaCon. But it was the year SantaCon was the super spreader event.
Yes.
I think it was 2021 into 2022.
It must have been because I was
made out with someone on SantaCon?
That was the night. It was the day before SantaCon. Oh. And I had made out with 2 people.
Yeah. No, it's
that was the night I got asked to be in a threesome.
You got the double dose of the
I got the double
Cooties.
dose of the Make. It created the perfect storm, which was COVID in my body. It was the perfect storm of Makeout Cooties.
Yeah.
The Makeout Cooties to COVID pipeline.
That is so funny. I will never forget how sick I was. Mm-hmm. I literally was crawling out of bed. It was so bad.
That was like anytime we'd go to the frat. What was it, junior year? Like clockwork, I'd make out with whatever his name was. 2 weeks later, sick as a dog.
Yeah.
And yet every time I went there,
single time,
I had to make out with him for 3 hours.
Now, do we think that the Makeout Cooties is just like the baby version of like the UTI yeast infection of it all, and it means your bodies are not biologically compatible?
See, but I didn't get Makeout Cooties that one time. I got a yeast infection instead. So what if when you don't get the Makeout Cooties, you end up getting a yeast infection? But some people, I can't prove that with, because some people I've just made out with. I haven't given them an opportunity to give me yeast infection.
I think your theory needs to be torture tested. I think you need to conduct a study and...
See, but how am I going to figure out if someone just caused a yeast infection without making out with them?
That's true, too. Also, like, can both happen at the same time, or does it have to be interchangeable by the laws of...
I don't know.
I'm yet again humbly asking you to email us at alwayssaidthatpodstories. Send us your tales and triumphs of Makeout Cooties, yeast infections, UTIs. You let us know how it happened, where it happened,
do you think this happens to dudes?
I don't know, but I remember...
The Makeout Cooties, definitely.
Not the yeast... I mean, men... By the way, men can get yeast infections, so...
Dirty dicks.
Clean yourself. But...
Because Makeout Cooties is just... You're sick.
You're sick. You know? It's like kissing someone when you have a cold, which I don't do because I'm not an asshole. Yeah. But has happened to me.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of the last time I made out with someone. I don't remember if I got sick or not.
alwayssaidthatpodstories@gmail.com. Yet again, please email us.
Please let us know.
Yeah.
Please email us.
Or have you ever had like something really happen to your body? Like, have you ever had something really weird happen to your body? Like, what?
Like a rash.
Like
you got crabs.
Are crabs
real? If you've ever gotten crabs, comment down below.
I'm actually starting a rumor right now. I don't think crabs are real because I don't know anyone who's ever gotten crabs.
Neither have I. I feel like you just learned about it in 7th grade health.
Because what is that, pubic lice?
Ew.
Isn't that what crabs is? Pubic lice?
Is it?
Can you get crabs if you remove your pubic hair?
I don't know, but
This is why we need a producer, so someone can sit in that corner and they can Google things for us.
Can you get crabs if you remove your pubic
hair?
If
you want to work for us, free for now. alwayssaidthatpodstories@gmail.com. Send in your resume if you want just experience.
Because I'm really curious.
And we're back.
I like how we always say, and we're back.
Like, we're back. Also,
we went somewhere.
Like an ad rolled. Yeah. But we are going to roll the panty dropper song.
Rolling the panty dropper.
Panty dropper of the week. My upcoming pool party.
Swimming in bitches.
It is called Swimming in Bitches. We won't have an update until it's going to be like 2 weeks from now. Yeah. Until 2 weeks from now. So sit tight. But I will be having a pool party.
From now.
No. The update. We're not going to film that episode
until next week.
Wednesday. So that it won't be out until the following Wednesday.
Yeah, but when they're listening to this, it'll be a week.
2 weeks from now, though.
Yes.
2 weeks from today. What is today? The
23rd. 23.
23.
Oh, she's Irish.
My Irish accent. It has returned.
She's Irish. You're brogue.
Brogue.
Yeah, so we're going up to my parents' house in Westchester and having a little end of summer pool party.
Staying at your parents' house and the road not taking looks real good now.
Yes.
Time flies, messy as the mud you dragged. We don't have time to sing.
Yeah. We haven't watched American Pie in a
so long.
We haven't watched it since we finished.
Mm-hmm. So naturally, we wanted to have a Hello Summer party with it, but it just didn't work out that way because Nikki and I were both gone.
Turns out we're all incredibly busy.
Yeah, Nikki and I were both gone at the start of summer, and then summer swept us away. So we're gonna have
August slipped away like a moment in time,
and it did
because you were never mine. I can't sing again.
You're never mine to lose.
Someone punch me.
Taylor's version.
Megan's version. Someone punch me. But we're gonna have like a goodbye end of summer bash, and it's gonna be like slightly American Pie themed. We're encouraging people to wear like American Pie attire. I have an orgasm donor shirt. Very Stifler of me.
I can wear my Budweiser shirt.
Mm-hmm.
You can wear the tit hat.
Tit hat is very American Pie coded. Also, if anyone wants to be Oz, wear a jersey over your bikini or your swimsuit.
Bikini.
Did he play lacrosse?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a lacrosse cutoff tee.
Or someone could do acapella, vocal jazz.
Do up with the shoe.
They actually sang "Do You Believe in Magic?"
I'm getting confused with Pitch Perfect because I was gonna go. I got the magic in me.
Oh no, it's "Do You Believe in Magic?"
Every time I touch that track, it turns into gold. Shut up! We have to stop. We can't keep singing.
I'm so sorry, Queens. I can't sing, so you're gonna have to carry this tune on your own.
Oh my God! Wait. You can cut this out if you want, but there's a bar and they do free karaoke's on Wednesdays.
Where?
Free karaoke's?
Where? Free karaoke. It's called Offsides. It's the Islanders bar, but I
thought you meant
isn't that the Islanders bar?
I thought you meant in Westchester. I was like,
no.
When did you have time to look that up?
Here. It's the Islanders bar, and while the Islanders aren't in season, they've been doing like themed days. So like Mondays is Mario Kart Mondays, and they do like tournaments. Wednesdays apparently now free karaoke.
Interesting. Okay, so we can get on to that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, very excited for the pool party, and we'll have some friends there, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to debrief on, and yeah, looking forward to sharing with you if it's going to be a panty dropper or a panty riser for the following week. We're always talking about our themed parties, and granted, it's been a busy summer, so we haven't been able to do one, but we really should, like, vlog the themed
Well, we have
parties.
a few coming up. Besides this one, we have the date party.
You're so right.
We
Date party's back on. Was canceled briefly.
The Barbie birthday blowout bash, and then we have the Halloween party.
Barbie birthday blowout. The BBBB.
The
baby.
The baby.
The baby.
The baby.
For the baby. Because you're the baby.
No, the babies.
No, the babies. Anyway.
My favorite thing you've ever said.
Closing out, we're very excited for the pool party. I'm sure it's going to be the penny dropper of next week as well.
Speaking of panty droppers, I had a realization about crushes.
Okay, do tell.
And I think it put me in like a whole new mindset.
Okay.
So, I've been scrolling on the old TTTOTW. And
but this is not your TikTok of the week.
No.
Okay, don't get it twisted.
This is just my realization.
Okay.
So, as I was scrolling through TikTok, I don't know how I got onto this side of TikTok, but I am now on the side of singers and dancers and like weird movie clips. Not weird, just movie clips in general. And I was watching all of these TikToks, and it's of mainly men, and they are dancing and they're singing, and I'm just like literally drooling, and I'm like, oh my God, these men are so fucking hot.
I was going to say, are you turned on by talent?
You went on a date with one of them like 2 weeks ago.
I know, and it was not it. Like, I thought if...
Maybe he just needed to do a little song and dance for you. A little jig.
Maybe if he showed up as Shrek.
Definitely.
And did a number from the musical. Okay.
I think musical theater is very different for me. That's
okay, fair.
Like, it's like rockers or like... I don't know.
Just has a ton of like palpable talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had the realization, and I think it's that they're so passionate about it.
I agree. Passion is sexy.
You like someone that has a passion?
No, passion is sexy.
So I was like, oh my God, like they just love to dance. And I thought that was so, they just want to dance. Or, oh my God, they love to sing. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, I think like, and then a clip of 365 came up, and I was like, oh my God, he's passionate about killing people. Like, even like he's a murderer, but like he's so passionate about it. And I was like, I think if they are so passionate about something, that makes me have a crush on them.
Huh.
What's that sound from the Wendy Williams show that's like, he was arrested for manslaughter? And she goes, but isn't he so dreamy?
Yeah.
It's literally me.
It makes sense because I think at the core of it, and this is not me trying to psychoanalyze, it shows that they care about something.
Maybe, but I was like, oh my God, like guys with a hobby. And then I was
So is that your realization?
The bare minimum guys with a hobby.
You like a man that has a hobby?
I think so, but I think like a crush, like I don't know if I wouldn't have not found them attractive, but I was just thinking about it because I was not running on a lot of sleep, and I was like, why do I find them attractive? Then I was like, I think it's because they're like so passionate about their little song or whatever.
Their little song and dance.
And then I was thinking, and I went, maybe that's why nobody's into me, because I don't have a passion or a hobby.
Taylor.
What?
Well, would you like a passion? I don't think I have a passion or a
I know,
hobby.
exactly. And I was like, I don't know. Like
this.
No, but like when people
I do
ask,
like doing this.
What's your hobby? Or like, what do you like to do? I'm like, oh, I like to read. I like to go out with my friends.
Okay, I thought you were like dissing yourself. I was going to say, you're an amazing, beautiful, funny, kind, smart woman. I know, I think I know what you're getting at, which is you don't have like a defining,
like people.
Like I can't be like, oh, I do a little song and dance.
This is my thing. Like,
ooh, I do a little song and dance.
See, like, I don't like talking about my job and my career here, so I'm not going to, but like that bleeds into my personal life so much that like I just say that, and usually I know enough about it. People are like, guys especially love to ask about it. They're like, oh, like what do I use for this and that and whatever. And I do use that. But yeah, aside from that, I made my one hobby my career. So, and I think just even in my personal life, like, what do I have other than my job?
Well, it's also similar to the fact of how when someone goes, oh, what's your favorite movie? And you're like, I've never seen a movie before. You have passions and hobbies. They're just not top of mind.
Exactly.
You know?
They kind of come out like when you're just like living your life.
Yeah, so I can't be like, oh, drinking is my passion. Like, that makes me sound like an alcoholic.
And you're not.
So I think that's my new goal.
Maybe you should be a bartender.
Or maybe when you do something you like, you should maybe start a note on your notes app.
Maybe.
And then you could be like, oh, I like reading. Or like, oh, I enjoy cooking. I like
Is
baking.
smut count? Does smut count? Is smut a hobby?
I don't know.
I like smut reading.
Is sexy a hobby?
I don't know. So that's why I'm like, I don't like when people in dating apps, when they're like, oh, so what do you like to do? And I'm like, I work, I hang out with my friends, I read.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I don't have, not that anything interesting, but like.
The podcast?
Yeah, but like, do I want people to know about that? Like.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Like, first dates. Like,
first dates? Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
we learned that from the date party.
You know, at the date party when we were like, we have to be up early and film tomorrow. And everyone was like, what are you filming? And we were like, our podcast.
And then
episode 2.
There was one guy, one of the girls who was at the date party the next day, he like said something really rude to her about it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was icky.
The
that
fucker.
Was so icky. Harry Jowsey.
Harry Jowsey.
Harry Jowsey. But no,
can't believe we had Harry Jowsey at the first date party.
But you know what? I kind of think about that, Taylor. I never connected it to having a crush, but that's so true.
Yeah, like I was like, not that I wouldn't think that they were attractive, but I think they're so like literally drooling.
Well, it's also nice to know because it's from the same fact of where we say we like guys who we don't have to be their only friend. We want a guy that has friends.
Because it's a red flag. You don't have friends. It's for a reason. You probably
it's also
suck.
like if he has hobbies and passions, then it's like, oh, we don't have to spend all of our time together, which is nice.
That's
because
true.
You know that right off the bat. You know he has something to do.
Yeah, but I think it's different because we've also said that to grow up if you play an organized sport as an adult.
Why are you playing adult softball? Why are you on an adult softball league? I'm sorry.
It's a fine line, you know?
I'm sorry.
It's a fine line.
I can say it. My dad played adult softball. Why was he on an adult softball team? He had 2 children.
Well, there's a difference.
Hang out with your kids.
There's a difference between having a hobby and having an obsession.
My dad managed his adult softball team.
Your dad was obsessed. Dare I say that was an addiction?
Every Sunday, he'd get like 80 phone calls of people saying like calling out, and then he'd have to call someone else to like sub him in.
Was he getting paid?
No.
Oh my God.
It was just his
he was doing that pro bono.
Pro bono. He was managing his adult softball league.
Pro bono. Oh my God. I could never.
If you're on an adult softball league, grow up. But and if you're the manager, grow up. Hang out with your children.
But also, I think it's just softball because if someone played like football, I think I'd be like, ooh, that's attractive.
Or hockey.
I don't think they have adult football leagues.
Hockey. They do. I found out this weekend. My friend's dad played.
But usually it's like through a job.
Yeah.
Like a league? My parents were on a bowling league when I was
My parents are in a bowling league still.
Now?
They love their bowling league.
So, okay, I stand by the fact that I think bowling's an ick, but should we go bowling?
Oh, 100%.
I
love bowling.
The first Saturday of every month, their bowling league meets.
Saturday? That's crazy.
They pregame at someone's house. There's 40 of them. They pregame at someone's house, get shit-faced, and then just go bowling and get even more shit-faced at the bowling alley.
I think we need to start this.
Because I have gone and hung out with them on their bowling league Saturday nights. They bring snacks, they sneak beer into the bowling alley, and then they just get to hang out with all 40 of their friends that they for some reason have.
My parents made me go with them when they were in their bowling league, and they were all 40 and I was 13, so I just stayed in the arcade and I played.
You blew $100 on
$100. I'd go up to my mom every 30 minutes, be like, I need another 20. She's like, what are you, gambling? What are you doing?
I need another 20.
Need another 20.
Speaking of gambling,
finish my homework.
Go gamble?
No.
Oh.
My old house where I grew up near the Bronx, I used to live next to a casino. Fun fact.
I don't know how gambling works, and I know gambling addiction runs in my family.
I want the
Actually,
not be gambling.
Gambling also runs in my family.
So I don't want to learn how it works because I fear what will happen to me.
Better
the
not.
slot machines are so fun. You put in some quarters.
I don't want to know how it works.
Actually, based on the fact that I was blowing money in the arcade and knowing that gambling runs in my family, maybe I shouldn't be taken to a casino.
And that's why I will not go. When we went to Mexico 2 years ago, there was a casino, and I kept asking my brother, I was like, can you please teach me how to use the slot machine, because I couldn't figure out what you had to do. But he was just busy playing whatever game, like poker or whatever, that he never went and taught me. And then afterwards I was like, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
There's no need for me to be at a slot machine.
Yeah.
My grandma always won big. My grandma Mickey, she loved casinos.
They win big, and then guess what?
No, she always knew when to leave.
If I did win money...
See? My family did not.
I would probably invest it.
I don't even want to start. I'd rather just,
If I was at, like, in Vegas, sure.
Maybe then.
But doing it close to home, don't take me near there.
Or sports betting. Oh, God, I feel like I'd get, like,
really addicted to sports betting. When I grew up next to the casino, and it makes me upset now because I think they were probably abused, but it was horse racing.
The Kentucky Derby.
I'd be like driving to school and it'd be like horse racing.
I think my brother has a gambling addiction.
Oh. Can we leave this in?
I don't think anyone from my family listens. But remember that one time he texted me? He was like, I need $200.
Oh my God. Sophie one time asked me to loan her $500 for good karma.
And that's something my brother would do.
And then I didn't respond and she triple texted me and went, how about that karma? Yeah.
Yeah, I had to give Jake his graduation present early, or his graduation birthday present. Mom went, if you're giving him anything, give him money now.
My mom always says that to me.
He has negative dollars.
Or people buy you presents and it's like useless shit, or it's stuff they've just regifted. So I always make it a point for someone's birthday, unless they're my very good close friend and I know exactly what to get them, I just give cash. I always give cash. I feel like it's easy. People, you can use it to pay your bills. You can use it to pay your groceries.
Or if I know you have like some sort of hobby or I get you a gift card to
gift card. I usually just give straight cash.
Yeah.
Again, unless you're like my best friend and I know exactly what to get you, you will be receiving cash from me. And it's not impersonal because I will write you a beautiful card. But you're getting cash.
Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. I write beautiful cards, but you will be getting cash.
No, but now I shot myself in the foot because I gave him $200 because I was like, oh, it's birthday, graduation, whatever. Now he's making more money than me.
Yeah. Oh, and then
I have never given my brother a gift ever, and I will never be giving him a gift ever.
He has never given me a gift.
He doesn't deserve it.
But like when you go out, do you pay for his food and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a gift.
I pay the big sister tax.
Yeah.
Oh, and the big sister tax. It giveth and taketh. I'm a little sister. And sometimes I pay the big sister tax. But what are you going to do?
It happens.
Because we'll be doing something and I'll be like, oh, can we like get Starbucks or something? And I'll go. And I'll be like, okay, like this was your idea. I mean, I got something, but... And he goes, you got that big paying job? I'm like, I don't have that big of a paying job. No. I have a job compared to you, who does not have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I always do the big sister tax. Like, I bought my brother a drink the last few... I mean, I always get him a drink. But the last few times I've been out with him, he has bought me a drink.
It's the principle.
And I'm like, you love me.
Aww.
I'm like, brother, thank you.
Yeah. I know that Sophie loves me when I get a text from her and it's, what do you want from Duncan?
Aww.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's the little things.
It's the little things from the little sister.
Should we pull out a card?
Let's pull a card. So we're in Mercury retrograde right
now.
We're
in like 5 retrogrades.
We're in a bunch of retrogrades, but the 2 I know for sure is Mercury retrograde, which is communication. So any communication is kind of like off right now. You might feel like you're not syncing up that well with people you're trying to communicate with. It might seem like you're clashing with people or things aren't going your way. Venus is also in retrograde. So like your relationships, whether that's romantic, friendships, whatever, that also could be chaotic because again, it's out of sync, and it's when it's in retrograde, it's going backwards.
That's why they say all these couples are breaking up now.
That's true.
Awesome.
Every day on Pop Crave, they're posting another one.
So something to know about Venus retrograde, in addition to like chaos, miscommunication, there's 2 things that are like likely to happen. It's not that they will happen, it's that this is the period where they're most likely to happen because of retrograde. There's more of a likelihood that if you have someone from your past who you're like involved with, that they'll reach out, or you might reach out to them. You might feel inclined because again, it's that like communication.
Me texting their roommate, begging them to have sex with me. I'm not doing that because I let them go.
or relationships like breaking up, because again, it's a pivotal point with communication where if you're clashing, it comes to a peak. So there are breakups, there are reconnections, and people advise to like not start new relationships or restart things in Venus retrograde. I don't necessarily believe that. I think you should just do what you want as long as it feels right. But that's what some people think. I don't know. I just know it's crazy out here.
Well, considering how the last few weeks have gone for us, makes sense.
I even have friends though from like years ago, like in high school, who would be like, it's Venus retrograde right now and I really like this guy, but like I gotta wait till it's out, because if I start a relationship with him now, it's gonna be doomed. And I'm like, this is scaring me. You're scaring me. Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I just think like if you feel like everything's crazy for you, probably not a good time to start something. If you feel like it feels right, do what you want.
What does this mean for me, who's a Leo Venus?
Ooh. Well, if you think about Leos, right, they're like the stars and stuff, and they like attention. I'm a Leo moon, so I understand. In relationships, have you been love bombed recently?
No.
Did you want to get love bombed?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Pisces Venus.
Couldn't have been less love bombed if I tried.
I'm also a Leo.
Yeah.
Leo what?
Moon and rising.
We have the same moon, yeah. I have a Pisces Venus, which is Venus is exalted in Pisces. I love love. I have rose-colored glasses on all the time. I crave romance to a fault. It's rough. It is so rough. But, you know, what that means is that when retrograde ends, it's going to be so good.
Am I going to get love bombed?
Maybe. Maybe you'll love bomb someone. All that I know is that
their roommate.
I'm not texting the roommate. I gave him up. I don't even like him.
Retrograde is going to end just as fall is beginning, and fall is my favorite season, and we're entering like Halloween
season,
which is sweater weather, which is my favorite thing ever.
What?
And what? It's going to be amazing.
What?
I just know it. What?
Calm down.
What?
Well, you went.
Pumpkin comes back at Starbucks tomorrow.
Yeah.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
I thought you had this, like, is that what, when I do
yes. Anytime you
scare us. But yeah, I have a really good feeling about fall. I've been so excited for fall to come, and it's when all of the retrogrades that are like most dominant in my birth chart are ending, and I'm just so excited for fall to come. I feel like fall is when I peak in the year. I feel a second peak coming. So it's been like crazy stuff happening for me lately, but I feel on the horizon that like I'm going to be having a good time soon. I can't explain it other than just a feeling.
I feel like that as well.
Same. I feel like
just
this summer kind of sucked. Yeah. Not that it sucked, but
it wasn't.
It was definitely not our last summer.
It was not our last summer.
It was my last summer.
It was your last summer. It wasn't our last summer, but
I'll be engaged next summer.
Yeah. Well, then it'll be our last summer.
Yes.
Then it'll be our last summer.
This was not
I agree.
a good last summer to end it on because just a lot of shit happened. And it was like I didn't really go to the beach that much.
This is my first time going in the pool.
Yeah, insane.
All summer. Okay. So next summer will be our last summer. But yeah, usually like, I don't know. I just have a good feeling about fall.
Honestly,
in a general sense. Just in a very general sense. I think because I've been like craving it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So,
anyway.
Should we pull a card?
Yeah. Pull a card? Okay, we just do it from the top.
You can cut it. You can do whatever feels
I'm
right
gonna
to
pull
you,
it from
Queen.
the top. Okay. If you pull up tarot.com, I can go through very briefly, just because I usually have my slides as reference in front of me. I can do yours, Taylor, since you got the moon. The moon is actually like, it's a shadow period. So it actually lines up with what you were saying, that you also feel like what's coming is going to be good. You usually get the moon when you kind of feel like you've been in the state of like disillusionment, and you're coming out of like a darker period.
Huh.
So it's actually it lines up with I can drive from here.
Go for it.
It lines up with what you feel like you've been experiencing. I usually get the moon at a point in my like year or whatever where like intuition and following my intuition is prevalent, because if you think about the moon, it has a lot to do with like the divine feminine energy and our intuition. So I think that lines up with what you've been saying, because you said you felt like it's kind of been a little crappy and you know, not what you thought it'd be, and there's been a little bit of disillusionment there, a little bit of like a shadowy-ish period.
And you pulled it up, right?
Yeah. That's basically.
Developed within a womb of deep relaxation. Here we dream and go into a trance, have visions, and receive insights. Wash.
This one's a little bit more like mystical. It can also represent anxiety too. So you might be coming out of a period where you felt like pretty anxious and you're ready to like let that go.
Yeah, I've been saying to me and my cousin had a really good chat yesterday.
Yours, Meghan.
And I was like, yeah, like not that I have cried myself to sleep every night, but like I kind of want to because I'm dreading the upcoming day. And so it's like, I think I'm out of that. It didn't happen last night. And I was like I was in a very shitty mood today, but like, I feel like I'm coming out of it.
We're still in that shadow period right now. Remember, we're still in retrograde. We're in a shadow period. And, it's always going to get harder before it gets easier. It always feels like shit is like so out of control before it all falls together.
So you're saying it's going to get better?
I'm saying that
there's have a rainbow without a little rain.
I'm saying that there's a lot of potential for it to get better.
That's what my mom was saying, because when we were on the beach and I was telling her what had happened the night before, and then it started downpouring, and she was like, well, this is our rain.
What's with us in the rain lately?
I don't know.
Remember my rain experience? What's with the rain?
Can you remember
the rain? Anyway. So Ace of Swords. So swords typically actually has to do in general with like intelligence.
You little smarty pants.
Like you'll see here, like the rational mind and your ability to kind of make rational decisions. And I feel like that's been a theme for you, is taking what you're feeling and applying it in a way that is like useful to you and won't work against you. I feel like you've been very like vocal about doing that, like steering things in a way that you're like, this is going to benefit me
because I'm getting married in 2 years.
Because you're getting married
Your
in 2 years.
lessons are paying off.
And yeah, so the ace, as it says here, it represents like a huge like motivation towards a specific goal. Could be the fact that you're getting married. And if you think about like carrying a sword with you, you're letting it guide you. And it's a symbol of optimism.
It says a sense of hope and victory. And we literally were just saying, we feel hopeful.
Yes. And if you look at it in the advice position, it's saying like, be steady. Don't hesitate. Don't question yourself. So I think universe is kind of saying like full steam ahead.
I was thinking today, I was like, oh my God, like, am I on the right path? Like, just give me a sign. So this is kind of crazy because I was at my desk today and I was like, just give me
kind of
like
crazy.
A sign.
Okay, for me, I got the 6 of Wands.
Now what's that guy up to?
Initiative, drive, and desire. Acknowledgement of my own efforts to solve problems
in your community.
I guess that would mean in like my support group or the people I'm surrounding myself with.
The image is usually a victory parade after the celebrated leader helped troops win a pivotal battle.
A pivotal battle.
Did you help us win a battle?
I don't know. I hope there's not a battle coming up.
Leader.
Am I a fearless leader?
You're my fearless
leader. Do I give fearless leader vibes? I mean, it's generally a card of victory after a struggle. I just said that I felt like fall was going to bring me like good vibes after a questionable and just like generally stressful summer. So I'm good with that if it's saying like you've been through like some stressful situations and
you're coming out on top.
The grass is going to be a little bit greener on the other side.
It says they're seeing their better selves reflected in you.
And that's, I have been saying, like, I'm just trying to get better. I'm going through a little bit of a glow up. Not now, because I'm in cozy mode right now. But, like, you know, I brought the purple back. I'm doing more of, like, my self-care rituals. I feel a lot hotter. I don't know if I look a lot hotter, but I feel a lot hotter. And, yeah, that's good. I like that. Victory.
We all got pretty good cards.
We did.
That are also, like, kind of really relate to what we've been going through.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, really crazy. Good. So I think we can say that summer will conclude on
a high note.
If not a high note, an optimistic and hopeful note. And fall will be where it goes up.
Feral fall.
Ooh, feral fall. I like that.
Can't wait to meet my husband.
We're going to be cuffed.
Yeah.
Cuff adjacent?
No, I don't know if I just want to be happy.
And I want you to be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be... I go through phases where I'm like, I want cuffed. And then I'm like, I just want fun.
I was cuffed for so long that, like... I was cuffed. I was chained. I was imprisoned for so long.
Shackled.
I was the old ball and chain.
He wanted to bond.
He did bond. That now it's like I'm not against it. I've spent so much time with me that I like me, but it's more of like if the right person and situation comes along, sure. It just hasn't
come along.
It just like hasn't played out that way. So I mean, for now, like I'll continue like looking hot and sexy,
as you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have a panty riser?
We're saying it could be Donald Trump's mugshot that's coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
According to Pop Crave on Twitter.
According to Pop Crave on Twitter, Donald Trump's mugshot will be coming out tomorrow.
It's going to break the internet. I'm so
going to break the internet. We're assuming it's going to be a panty riser. So, again, we will...
If not, Rudy Giuliani's came out today. So we can insert that one just in case.
Just in case.
As a backup.
And double feature. It can be both.
Is his hair dripping?
No, it's not dripping down his face.
Dripping?
Came through dripping. Drip.
You want to end it with your TikTok of the week?
Taylor's TikTok of the week. Taylor's TikTok of the week. She's watching TikToks left and right. It's Taylor's TikTok of the week. Taylor's TikTok of the week.
I forgot that part. Sorry, Queen.
It's okay.
So my TikTok.
How did you forget your own theme song?
I never sing it.
It just goes Taylor's TikTok of the week.
You forgot the Panty Dropper and Riser song every single week until we had one made to be inserted. So if anybody wants to make us a Taylor's TikTok of the week song, send it below to our email.
Oh my god. You really fucking just read her to
Panty Riser of the week.
That's what you get for aloe vera.
Wait.
Yeah, see, you can't even fucking remember it.
Well, it came from my brain.
So did Taylor's TikTok.
It came from my brain.
Exactly, so why would I remember it?
All right.
Because it has to do with you.
Children.
You love yourself.
Children. Mother would love if you stopped fighting right now. Can you do that for me?
All right, Mom.
Okay. Thank you.
So my
JoJo's mother moment of the week.
Stop interrupting me.
JoJo's what?
JoJo's mother of the week.
Are you calling me
mother? Mother moment.
Oh, my mother moment. I do mother a lot.
JoJo's mother moment of the week. Yeah.
What does that remind me of?
It's the pizza delivery song from SpongeBob.
Yes.
Mr. Cray.
Yeah. Pizza for you and me.
Save that for Saturday when we get the pizza.
Oh my god.
Okay, go.
I kind of want to change my TikTok. No. Okay. Because that made me remind, because of the TikTok I sent today of Rally and Greg singing.
You can make that your TikTok of the week.
Do it.
The other guy will still be relevant next week.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So my TikTok of the week, which I found it last night, and then it was so prevalent because Nikki started singing it in our group chat. And I was
May she rest in peace.
May she rest in peace. Her final words were, Pearl, on your 16th birthday, it's all about you, Pearl. And Greg and Rally, I saw a TikTok, sang it last night. Well, they didn't sing it last night. They sang it last night.
They sang it about 10 years ago.
And I saw it in the TikTok last night, and it made me like pee my pants. I was laughing so hard. And so then when Nikki sent it, I was like, oh my God, I need to send her the TikTok. So I sent it in the group chat. I had that on a loop today.
Yeah.
For about 20 minutes. It made me so happy.
God, I wish my mother felt the same about me and my brother when we sang that at the dinner table on a loop.
We should all do that Saturday.
I was just going to say that.
We'll wake them up by the pool.
The wind can do that.
Sunrise walk? Yeah. We might be too drunk, but maybe.
We'll see.
I could send a funny thing about me and Meghan last summer. Walked in to my house at like 5 a.m. Sun was about to rise. My dad was up for the day. We were just walking in, made nuggets, and we went, let's go. The sunrise is so beautiful. We go outside, and I have a video of Meghan going, aren't we so lucky?
I'm still drunk.
Aren't we so lucky?
Aren't we so lucky to be alive when the sun is this stunning?
It's stunning.
Taylor can insert the
video and insert it. To be stressed.
We are so blessed to be seeing such a beautiful sunrise.
Yeah. Aren't we so lucky? And it makes me laugh every once in a while.
And we'll end it with that. Aren't we so lucky?
Aren't we so lucky to be alive at the same time as these beautiful sunrises that we see?
Yeah.
And on that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified every time we post a video. All our socials will be linked down below. Most of them are typically Always Said That Pod. So make sure to go ahead and follow us on there if you don't already. And I think that's it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.